morning, Technology and Livelihood Education. Cookery 10, Quarter 2, Performing Mise en Place. Our topic is Principles of Preparing Vegetables. The objective of these lessons: number 1, classify vegetables according to the type, then belong. Number 2, identify that has flavor and component. Number 3, identify ingredients according to a standard recipe. But before we start our lesson, what is the benefits of eating vegetables? Eating vegetables are important source of many nutrients including potassium, dietary fiber, folate, vitamin A, and vitamin C. Dietary fibers from vegetables as part of an overall healthy diet help reduce blood cholesterol levels and may lower risk of heart disease. Vegetables also has to be prepared before they are served or used as an ingredients in cooked dishes. Prior to preparation, you need to identify the various kinds of vegetables and different tools and equipment needed in the preparations of vegetables, since it is an important factor to consider in the preparations of vegetables. What are the classifications of vegetables? Vegetables is a category of food which can be obtained from any part of plant which is edible. The edible parts can be stem, leaves, flower, roots, tubers, and sometimes fruit. Number 1 is stem vegetables. Stem vegetables is an edible part of the plant which shoots from the roots or bulb, and it always grows above the ground, unlike roots or bulb. Examples are asparagus, celery, bamboo, and shoots. Number 2, leaf vegetables. Leaf vegetables that are leafy belong in this category, such as spinach, cabbage, watercress, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, silver beet, collar leaf, Swiss chards, castor leaves, and fenugreek leaves. Number 3, flower vegetables. Flower vegetables, plants that has flowers, is used as vegetables in the culinary world. They are seasonal and abundant during a particular seasons of the year. Such plants are only grown for their flower buds. Example of these are cauliflower, broccoli, squash blossoms, banana flower, and lotus. Number 4 is stalk or bulb vegetables. Stalk or bulb vegetables, this is the part of the plant which grows just below the ground and is the portion which is in between the stem and the root. The root actually comes out from the bottom of the bulbs. Bulbs are generally in layers of skins and they are very strong in flavor. Examples are onion, garlic, spring onion, fennel, and shallots. Number 5, seeds vegetables or beans. Seeds vegetables or beans, this category include legumes which is used as food. It is actually the fruit of the plant of which the seed is eaten. Sometimes it's peeled like green peas. Some examples are mung bean, garbanzos, kidney bean, soybean, and white bean. Root vegetables. Root vegetables, this category includes plants of which roots are edible and is used as vegetables, usually long, round, and swollen taproot. Some examples of root vegetables are beet, carrot, radish, horseradish, turnip, arrowroot, Chinese water, chestnut, taro, and etc. Number 7, tuber vegetables. In this group of plants are modified and enlarged into a swollen structure that is full of nutrients. They are usually located at the end of the plant root attached as a lump of rock. Example, potato, These vegetables are potato, cassava, sweet potato, taro, yam, yakum, kumara, and etc. Number 8, fruit vegetables. Fruit vegetables that bear fruits are under this category. But these are plants that bear sweet and fleshy fruits that are eaten raw, and plants of which grains or seeds of their fruit are used do not fall in this category. Examples are beans, legumes, tomatoes, avocado, bitter gourd, eggplant, bell peppers, African eggplant, chayote, and other plants. Fungi vegetables. Fungi vegetables, commonly known as mushroom and various types are available, of which some are edible and some are poisonous. Some examples are button mushroom, truffles, portobello, morchella, straw mushroom, porcini, morel, and etc. Preparing vegetables. In preparing vegetables, number 1, washing. Wash all vegetables thoroughly. Scrub well and peel vegetables like potatoes for baking. Wash green leafy vegetables in several changes of cold water. After washing, drain well and refrigerate, lightly cover to prevent drying. Number 2, soaking. Do not soak vegetables for long periods to prevent flavor and nutrient loss. Cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower may be soaked for 30 minutes in cold salted water to eliminate insect. Lean vegetables can be soaked briefly in cold water to restore crispiness. Number 3, peeling and cutting. Peel vegetables as thinly as possible. Cut vegetables into uniform pieces for even cooking. Eat vegetables that brown easily with acid, like potatoes, eggplant, sweet potato, or hold under water until ready to use. Save edible trim for soap, stocks, and purees. Serving. Fresh produce should be placed unrefrigerated on the table not longer than 2 hours. Use a cooler, which ice or ice gel packs to transport or store cut fresh vegetables at picnics or other summer events. Keep raw meats in separate cooler. Flavor components of vegetables. Number 1, sugar, fructose. This is the natural sugar that provides the sweetness in vegetables. Number 2, glutamic acid. Glutamic acid, this form of product called monosodium glutamate when combined with salt and is found in large amount from young and fresh vegetables. Number 3, sulfur compounds. Sulfur compounds, it gives the strong flavor and odor of some vegetables like onions, leek, garlic, chives, cabbage, and broccoli. Color components of vegetables. Number 1, chlorophyll. A chlorophyll is a fat-soluble compound responsible for the green color of plants. When combined with acid, it forms phenotypin, which produces an olive green color. When combined with alkaline, it forms chlorophyllenes, which produce a more intense green color. The additions of baking soda when cooking that result to brighter green color. Number 2, carotenoids. The carotenoids is the yellow-orange to red soluble pigments found in plants, beta-carotene from carrots and squash, lycopene from tomatoes. Flavonoids. Anthocyanin. Anthocyanin is responsible for the yellow pigments. Anthocyanins is responsible for red and blue to violet pigments. Beets, tube, eggplant. What is a standard recipe? The United States Department of Agriculture defines standard recipe as one that has been tried, adapted, and retrieved several times for use by a given food service operation as being found to produce the same good result and yield every time when the exact procedures are used with the same type of equipment and the same quantity and quality of ingredients. In easier terms, a standard recipe is a complete, specific set of written instructions for cooks to produce consistent, high-quality recipe every time. Benefit of a standardized recipe. Standardized recipe provide a means to establish consistency in the quality of all foods being made, menu planning, and food and labor costs. Understanding how to properly use a standardized recipe ensures that the food being prepared is the same regardless of who does the cooking. The food should be the same in taste, texture, yield, appearance, nutritional value, and cost. Ensuring the correct portion sizes listed on a standardized recipe help to prevent running out of food and also controls the amount of food wasted. Benefits of standard recipes. Standard recipe offer a means to establish consistency and the quality of all foods being made and menu planning and food and labor costs. Understanding how to properly use standard recipes guarantees that the food being prepared is the same regardless of who does the cooking. The food should be the same in a taste, texture, appearance, nutritional value, and cost. Following the correct portion sizes listed on the standard recipe helps to prevent running out of food and also control the amount of food wasted. Special dietary needs accommodations. The use of standard recipes is also an easy way to keep track of the special dietary needs and or accommodations of the children served. Elements of a standard recipe. Number 1, recipe title. Recipe title, the name of the product being created. Number 2, recipe category. Recipe category, the classifications of the creditable components being claimed for reimbursement. Fruit, vegetables, meat or meat alternate, bread or grain, and dairy. Serving size. Serving size is the single required portions of the final product being served to a child. Number 4, recipe yield. The recipe yield, this is the total number of serving available when the final product is made. Number 5, equipment and utensil to use. Equipment and utensil to use. Listing of cooking and serving tools needed to produce and serve the food item. Number 6, ingredients, food item used in the recipe. Number 7, weight and volume of each ingredient. This is the required amount of each ingredient in the recipe. Number 8, preparations instructions. These are the specific directions for preparing the recipe. Number 9, cooking temperatures and time. Cooking temperatures and time. This is the appropriate temperature and amount of time needed for the highest quality product. Number 10, food safety guidelines. Food safety guidelines include procedures designed to ensure the safety of the food being produced throughout the preparations and serving. Example, cooking to proper internal temperatures or cross-contamination. Number 11, food costs. Food cost, this is the figure cost of one serving. And last, number 12, nutrients analysis data. A nutrients analysis data, this is the listing of the nutrients per serving. Example, calories, protein, fats, carbohydrate, and etc. This is Evelyn B. Sagana. Thank you for watching.